How's it going, guys? It's Connor here. Today we're going to be doing the Raider Remembrance quest in Elden Ring Nightreign. So first off, you're going to have to unlock your journals, and by doing this, you're going to have to fight random expeditions so that you can earn memory fragments. So go ahead and defeat any of the Nightlords. If you defeat one, you'll guaranteedly get yourself a memory fragment. This means when you go to the journal, you'll be able to begin on chapter 2 where it says begin Remembrance. So go ahead and start when you're ready, and this will take you into a very special mode. It will teleport you to this location. I'll show you on the map in a second where this is, but you'll see Iron Man is over here next to the stone monument, which you're going to be interacting with in a second. But first, you're going to speak to him and go through his dialogue and find a series of, I guess lore about what's happening. This is going to be about a battle. It's going to start like a tournament when you interact with this thing. So this is located over here on the map. So just by the garden area of the Round Table Hold, you're going to go up to the monument like this, interact with this. This will then begin the start of the tournament, which you'll find out when you speak to Iron Man, and he'll tell you that like it's starting, it's all good, and you have an opponent that's ready for you. So all you got to do right now is talk to him about this tournament and find out more about what's happening, and then you'll interact with the tournament so that you can go to the battlegrounds and face your very first opponent. This opponent is very slow, so I would recommend going for like staggers and, stunning them. They're pretty easy to defeat, not gonna lie. Your relics do take place in here, so I recommend changing up your relics so that you can benefit in battle here. Just defeat him in battle and you'll get the torn braided cord. He's really easy to fight. Once you go back to the Round Table Hold, you'll teleport exactly to where Iron Man is. He'll congratulate you on your victory. You'll have to interact with the monument and it will say no response, like your next fight is not ready yet. Speak with Iron Man again, and this will prompt the conclusion of this remembrance, where you can go ahead and interact with the light behind him to conclude it and end it and take you back to, well, the journal table. And at this point, you will get that item that you gained, the torn braided cord, as a relic, and you can also then interact with the journal table, and you should have chapter 4 unlocked. If you don't, you just have to get more memory fragments by defeating a Nightlord, or just, go running expeditions until you get one. Begin the remembrance for chapter 4. It takes you to the same place. You're going to speak to Iron Man, and he's going to tell you that some history about like yourself, I guess. He'll also give you this little note that he has about the white horn and whatnot. At this point, he's also going to tell you that your next opponent is ready, and all you have to do is interact with the monument like so to go to the battlegrounds to face your second enemy. Now, this enemy is very, very fast. This is the Elder Lion. He's going to be quite quick, so I don't think you're going to have time for heavy attacks. Just focus on light attacks, learn his attack pattern, and you can beat him pretty easily. I say pretty easily, but I had like 0 health when I defeated him. I got really lucky by him missing that attack right at the end, and I took this over, and that's how I managed to win. It may take you a couple of attempts until you pull this off while you work with Raider's slow attack speed versus this boss's like fast attack speed, but it is very doable. Just be patient and time your attacks. You'll go back here, you'll speak with Iron Man and pretty much end this version of the Remembrance and conclude it over here by the light just behind him like you did previously. This will take you to the journal table, and this is also going to be where you unlock your chalice for Raider, which changes up the relic colors that you can use. Once you go to the journal, you'll see chapter 5 is here, but we have to get to chapter 7, which means we have to defeat a Nightlord or just play until you get a memory fragment, and you'll unlock chapter 6, but that means you have to defeat another Nightlord or gain another memory fragment by random chance, by even losing expeditions. But you can face the same Nightlord over and over, just getting memory fragments every time you defeat them. After defeating 2 of the Nightlords, you'll go from chapter 5 to chapter 7, and you can go ahead and begin Remembrance for chapter 7, which is going to bring you to your final battle, the final one. So this is going to teleport you again to this location where Iron Man is located. You're going to speak to him, and he's pretty much going to say that there's no signs of a coming battle, like something is strange, and it looks like our foe has forfeited. So you're going to interact with the monument, and it's going to have no response. But if you go ahead and you check at your map, there will be an exclamation down here by the shore at the bottom right-hand side of the map. So you're going to teleport there, and you're going to run down to the beach. It's going to say the murmuring of waves is happening. This is actually going to teleport you to an arena where you fight the Whitehorn. Now, he has 2 phases, and he's really quick. He's really fast. You want to save as much of your HP as possible. Once you get him down to about this HP, he kind of turns into a big abomination. And then you have to fight this guy, which can be a little bit frustrating if you ran out of flasks. So play safely, play well, and eventually you should beat him and get the Black Claw necklace as an item that's also going to be a relic. And you're going to teleport back here to Iron Man. You're going to speak to him, and this is going to summarize the end of this little event. You're going to interact with the monument. You're going to see there's a little bit of text here that you can read, some lore. And then you're going to speak with Iron Man, and he's going to allow you to pay your respects. He puts up a kind of like a gravestone over here, and this is where you're going to unlock your Remembrance skin by taking off your armor as well as your helmet. You're going to put it on the stone, and you're going to like hang it all up, and that's how you get your Remembrance skin, which I think is one of the coolest ones you have in the game. Like, it's a crazy difference. This is an actual skin, where some of the other characters get like a little pin or like a little hairstyle. You actually look really cool in this one. This is definitely a skin that you're going to want to get. I hope this guide helped you, and thank you so much for watching. Good luck with those fights.